Hi guys, I'm back with another Jasmy video. Today I'm going to be covering the recent crash and what this means for Jasmy and the rest of the crypto market. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. No.
So in case you guys haven't been paying attention to price action, Bitcoin had a massive drop August 17th, which caused the rest of the crypto market to crash, including Jasmy. Now, there are a lot of people still speculating as to why that crash happened. The number one theory is what this says right here. The documents also show SpaceX wrote down the value of Bitcoin it owns by a total of 373 million last year, and in 2021 has sold the cryptocurrency. Tesla has taken a similar approach with its Bitcoin holdings. Musk has posted about cryptocurrencies frequently over the years. Now, personally, I don't know if this is the sole reason it crashed, but the reality is that Elon Musk has a lot of power in the world. If he does something negative towards Bitcoin or crypto, it certainly could crash. So for good reason, this is the leading theory. And Watcher Guru also tweeted out that $1 billion were liquidated from the crypto market in 24 hours. Obviously, it's not the biggest flash crash we've ever seen, but that's certainly a lot of money to get liquidated. But if you're a serious crypto investor, it could be a fantastic opportunity. Now, I also want to point out what they tweeted here. Just in, the SEC files motion to appeal ruling that XRP is not a security. I have been talking about this in several of my other videos. If the XRP case gets overturned, this could be very bearish for crypto, but it's just something you guys need to take day by day and just still have a long-term outlook. Because in my opinion, all of this news we're worrying about right now is going to be so irrelevant 5 years down the road. And now we'll get into Jasmy's charts. So when you look at Jasmy on the daily time frame, as you guys can see, it crashed alongside Bitcoin. Now, if you look at the stochastics, they're extremely oversold, and the RSI is also extremely oversold, starting to push up. Both of those indicators look pretty good. And then if you look at price action, it swings from a higher low to a lower low. If you look at the RSI, it swings from a lower low to a higher low. That is class A bullish divergence. Typically, that signals a bottom has been reached. And then you could also argue that Jasmy is starting to form a little bit of a falling wedge. Yes, it is a little bit steep, but I have definitely seen these patterns break out many times, and it has a measured move to just under 0.4 of a penny. And then I do also want to point out really quick on Jasmy's weekly time frame, which is a much larger time frame. There is a potential triple bottom, and if you don't want to count this, then at least the double bottom, which typically is a great support level. And then if you pulled a Fibonacci, Jasmy is also trading beneath the 786, which traditionally is also a great accumulation zone. I gotta be honest, overall Jasmy looks pretty good on the daily and weekly time frame. But keep in mind, Jasmy and most other cryptocurrencies right now are tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rises, most will rise. If Bitcoin crashes, most will crash. Now, if you look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, as you can see, the stochastics and RSI are both extremely oversold. And similar to Jasmy, Bitcoin has a divergence. So if you look at price action, it swings from a lower low to a higher low. If you look at the RSI, it swings from a higher low to a lower low. That is class A bullish divergence. Again, that typically signals a bottom has been reached. Now, that definitely could be negated if price continues the dump and dumps beneath to create a lower low. But as of right now, it's a very strong divergence. Now, there are still some very bearish signs on Bitcoin, one of which I have been warning for almost a week, and it ended up lining up with Bitcoin's crash. So if you look at the moving averages, the 21-day just broke beneath the 50-day moving average. That is a death cross. And in all of my previous videos, I went back in Bitcoin's history and I showed we had a death cross here and we dropped a lot. Death cross here and another massive drop. Death cross here, decent drop. Death cross here, another decent drop. Death cross here, and we dropped. Yes, it was a little bit before, but we still dropped. The previous one before this, we had a death cross and we went from 29K down to 24K. And just a couple days ago, we had another death cross, and I've been warning I wouldn't be shocked if Bitcoin dropped. And we did end up doing that. Now, I won't take full credit for calling this because, as I warn in all of my videos, macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So if all of a sudden the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF were to get accepted, that could skyrocket Bitcoin and the entire crypto market. On the contrary, if it gets rejected, or like what happened and SpaceX liquidates their Bitcoin, then that could crash the entire crypto market. So just keep an open mind and realize that anything can happen. So what I would be looking for from Bitcoin right now is for it to get back above some of these moving averages, at least the 200-day. Typically, it's a very bearish sign when we're broken beneath. So regardless of what altcoin you're trading, whether it's Jasmy, Caspa, Quant, HBAR, it doesn't really matter. You guys need to keep your eyes on Bitcoin's price action. But if you guys do enjoy making gains in the crypto market, please consider doing me a favor and hitting that like and subscribe button. I'm going to continue making callouts that I believe could be profitable in the future. And now the next thing I want to go over is the crypto fear and greed index. As you can see, it's in the 39 zone, which is fearful. Why measure fear and greed? The crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in FOMO. Also, people often sell their coins in irrational reaction of seeing red numbers. With our fear and greed index, we try and save you from your own emotional overreactions. There are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a good buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market could be due for a correction. Now, given that we are at 39 and yesterday we were at 37, this ideally should be when you guys want to buy crypto. If you guys look right here, last month, crypto was up at that 56 level, which was greedy. And that's when all you see is articles coming out that Bitcoin's going to 200K, crypto's the future, etc. Right now, after a flash crash, everyone's worried, which I can't stress enough. This could be a great buying opportunity. Again, none of this is financial advice. You guys need to do what's best for you. And if you guys go to your browser and you type in Bitcoin, the only articles you see are negative articles. It's all about the Bitcoin crash. What caused the Bitcoin crash? BlackRock warning as sudden 1 trillion crypto market crash tanks. It's just all bearish news. Now, do keep in mind, it is possible that indicators like this can get manipulated. There are certainly people out there that want you to believe a certain way, and it might not always be in your best interest. But from my personal experience, this indicator's always been pretty accurate. And I'll say it one last time, the market sentiment right now is fearful. Do some research and decide whether or not this is a good opportunity for you. And now for those of you guys that don't know, I'm going to go over the fundamentals and tokenomics of Jasmy. So Jasmy is currently trading at about 3.5 tenths of a penny. It has a market cap of 167 million, which ranks 147th among all cryptocurrencies. It has a max supply of 50 billion and a circulating supply of 48.8 billion, which is 97% in circulation. And that's phenomenal. The fully diluted market cap is only 171 million. So there will be basically no dilution. And just to give you guys a little indication of how low this market cap still is, it would only need to reach a market cap of 17 billion in order to 100x your money. And I know 17 billion is not a super easy amount to reach, and I'll cover that later on in the video, but there are a bunch of projects that reached that last bull run. And if you guys do believe that this bull run is going to be more explosive than the 2021 bull run, then it's possible that 100x is not out of the equation. Now, Jasmy reached its all-time high back in the 2021 bull market at $4.99, and it's down 99% since then. And one of the biggest takeaways from this is that Jasmy is only up 23.9% from its all-time low, which again means that if you guys believe in Jasmy long-term, it might not be a bad time for you to start dollar cost averaging in. And to put that into perspective, if you pull up Quant, which is another project I'm very bullish on long-term, but it is currently up 61,000% from its all-time low, whereas again, Jasmy is only up 23%. Now, I will also go over Jasmy being down 99.9%. So if you look at Jasmy's all-time chart, there are a lot of people that are going to claim this was a rug pull. And yes, just looking at it, it does look pretty bad. But the reality is that when Jasmy was in that dollar region, there was hardly any supply in circulation. As I showed you guys, Jasmy now has 97% in circulation. Back when it was up at these levels, it was like 10%. And you can back that up by looking at the market cap chart. I'm not going to argue that it looks perfect, but you can see that it's clearly not a complete flatline. And now if you guys are looking to invest in Jasmy, I recommend using Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the 3 easiest centralized exchanges to use. Now, what is Jasmy? JasmyCoin is a cryptocurrency project of a Tokyo-based Internet of Things provider, Jasmy Corporation. As a system, the Internet of Things includes mechanical and digital elements endowed with an identifier and the ability to transmit data. The IoT company Jasmy specializes in buying and selling data, and the Jasmy platform connects 2 categories: service providers and data users. The mission of Jasmy developers is to create an environment by shaping an infrastructure where users can easily, safely, and smoothly use data. As a result, Jasmy aims to provide its users with a powerful infrastructure, an intuitive interface, and a secure environment for storing and sharing data. In the Jasmy space, information can be transformed into personal assets. And that, in my opinion, is the biggest selling point of Jasmy. They believe that all data has value, and essentially they have a technology called a data locker, where an individual can then store their data in this locker. And then if a company wants to acquire that individual's data, they then have to pay Jasmy and the individual that owns that data. And the kicker is that they only accept Jasmy token, which is always going to give the Jasmy token utility, which will always give it value. But in my opinion, this is a revolutionary technology. At this current time, big tech controls all of your data and they sell it for a profit. But Jasmy is trying to give people like you and I the opportunity to make money off of our own data, which also makes them a very unique unique project. I've never seen anything like them. Jasmy was founded in April of 2016 in Tokyo by several former Sony executives, and Sony is a massive corporation. That is a big time connection to have. Now, when you look at the Jasmy Global website, decentralized data and democracy. So one of my favorite things about Jasmy is that they are billed as Japan's Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to be honest. Typically, I prefer a more innovative approach. As in the past, typically projects that have tried to claim they're a version of Bitcoin or something along those lines have not done too well. But in my eyes, this is completely different. And Jasmy is clearly a very different technology than Bitcoin. On top of that, many people out there believe Bitcoin is the greatest investment of all time, as it has made countless millionaires and billionaires. So this could give Jasmy credibility that most projects do not have. And it's also a narrative that can be heavily pushed during the bull run. And as many of you guys know, right now the crypto market is heavily driven based on hype and speculation. Anything that Jasmy can use to gain hype could be good for the investor. Now, if you look at Jasmy's Twitter or X, they have 98.6 thousand followers, and I will say I wish Jasmy posted a little bit more often, as their most recent post was August 11th. Now, oftentimes when they post, it is very good news, but I would like to see Jasmy be a little bit more active, because it's extremely important to keep your community up to date. The second that a community loses faith in a project is the second that that project will begin to fail. Now, this next piece of news is somewhat old, but it's extremely bullish for Jasmy. So introducing Binance Japan, a dedicated platform for residents in Japan. So new Binance customers in Japan can now enjoy access to 34 tokens for spot trading. This is the largest number of tokens offered by any digital currency exchange in the country. And yes, one of the tokens they're supporting for spot trading is Jasmy. And I think this is very bullish news because it will help with overall adoption. Now, for the final part of this video, I'm going to compare Jasmy to the all-time market cap high that some of the other projects reached last bull run. So this is a historical snapshot of November 14th of 2021. This was around the all-time high of Bitcoin. As you can see, it's 65,400. Now, if you look at some of the projects in the top 100, Hedera, which is ranked 57th and has a market cap of 3.3 billion, Algorand, which has a market cap of 6.3 billion, and then even meme coins like Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, 29 billion and 34 billion. Now, if you go to market cap up and you compare Jasmy to the all-time market cap high that Hedera reached last bull run, which was 3.8 billion, it'd be trading at a price point of 8 cents, and that'd be a 23x. Now, honestly, I think this is reasonable. I don't think it's too conservative, but I also don't think it's too ambitious. Now, if you are someone that believes Jasmy could reach the all-time market cap high that EGLD reached last bull run, which was 9.8 billion, then Jasmy would be trading at 20 cents, and that'd be a 59x. Now, in my eyes, this is getting a little bit ambitious for Jasmy. I think it is possible, but I don't necessarily think it's likely. It seems a little bit high. But then again, if Bitcoin does end up reaching that $150K, $180,000 level, then who knows what Jasmy's capable of. Now, last but not least, here's where things get a little bit interesting. If you were someone that believes Jasmy could reach the all-time high that Shiba Inu reached last bull run, which was a market cap of 41.1 billion, then it would be trading at a price point of 85 cents, and that'd be a 247x. I don't really see this happening unless Jasmy all of a sudden gets all kinds of adoption. Now, I will give credit where it's due. Jasmy is a very unique technology. They are very innovative and have a very unique narrative that can be pushed next bull run. So anything is possible. But this also just goes to show that there are a lot of people that claim Jasmy is going to hit well over $1. In order for that to happen, it is going to have to reach a huge market cap, probably over 50 to 60 billion. And I just don't know if I see that happening. But let me know down in the comments, how high do you guys think Jasmy could go next bull run? And what do you think caused this crypto crash? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
I'm hitting the ground running, up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand, and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome.